Naruto Uzumaki, the prodigal son. Naruto fucking Uzumaki. Oh man, I got a lot to talk about. This might be one of those long videos again. Just like the same as Sasuke before. I said I think the Naruto characters have a lot to talk about. So, like I said, this video might be pretty long, and I'm just going to really want to jump right into it. Naruto Uzumaki. He is the friendliest goddamn person you will ever fucking meet. If he was, it's not possible for somebody to be him. It's not possible in real life for somebody to be like that, to a point. I mean, it makes sense. He does struggle. He goes through situations that everybody more or less kind of goes through in a way. But, you know, it's amplified obviously by the whole ninja world and everything else. But he's a really happy person. And I don't think there's a lot of people in the world that can be like that. I almost want to say there's nobody in the world like that, but I can't say that because I don't know everybody. Nobody does. And it's a simple fact of his connection with people. Like they always say, you know, his connection with people, he's just able to almost make friendships with the most unlikeliest of people just through that weird connection of his. And it's just, it works for him. It does. It really does work for it. Naruto is really kind of, he's the definition of a fucking shonen character, which some of you may not know, but it just falls under the very archetype of what Shonen Jump would want for their characters to be, kind of this upbeat, cheery guy who's just kind of like everybody's against him, and he's just trying to prove that he is good. And I think Naruto definitely falls under that description of a shonen character. But, you know, it's just one of those things. He's just has a connection with people that he can sort of make friends with the unlikeliest of people. But the only person he seemingly couldn't do that for at the time was Sasuke. He could not do that for Sasuke. He chased Sasuke down for like at least 3 years, and maybe some depending on if years even happened in Shippuden. Probably did. I don't even know. Did years happen in Shippuden? I think it did. But anyway, yeah, Sasuke was the only person he couldn't get at the time. But eventually, he persuaded Sasuke back. And like I always sit there and say, if a friend goes through that much trouble to get you out of a bad situation, out of a really, really terrible situation, and he doesn't accept that friendship, he needs to die. I mean, like, he needs to really fucking die if that's the case. I'm not trying to be this type of guy and judge people. I'm not trying to be that type of person. But in my opinion, if you go through all that trouble, like Sasuke did, and Naruto goes through all the trouble to try to save you and defend you, and you don't take it after a certain point, and you don't listen, and you just completely just saying fuck you, I'm going to kill you, you deserve to die. You really do. But getting back to the whole thing about Naruto in general, he is legitimately probably the friendliest person in the show, which it's kind of like a given a little bit. But he's just, to me, I like his character. Maybe it's just, like I said, maybe I'm slightly biased since I really, really, really love Naruto, considering, so I'm probably biased a little bit, but still, it's just an overall great character. And again, like I said, shonen character. But it's just a whole thing. Naruto didn't really have much growing up. I mean, he really didn't have much growing up. But he made it work for him, and like I said, he grew up to eventually achieve his dream, so it's what it is. But I always sit there and kind of just think about all the stuff that he's gone through and all the things he goes through over the years, and it was hell. Seriously, it's really been hell for that guy. It really has been. To like legitly, to being ostracized by the whole village, to getting loved by the village, to being beaten the fuck up because you wanted to defend your friend who's practically pretty much damn near terrorist at this point. But then changing that up to somehow fighting your friend, getting him back on the right track, but losing your fucking arm in the process. Finally telling the girl how you feel, the girl of your dreams how you feel. Well, not really girl of your dreams up until you realize later on, and eventually, like I said, achieving and becoming Hokage. But the road getting to that point was hell. I mean, it was rough. It was rough. I'm not here to summarize everything that happened in Naruto. That's not my job. It is not my job here. My job here is to describe how I feel about the character in general. And like I've pretty much said, Naruto is a bright character. If he is, like I said, he's more of a bland shonen character, but I can appreciate that a little bit. At least coming from Naruto at best. And he's not the sharpest tool in the shed. He really isn't. He's more of a visual. He's more of a visual learner, or a doer rather. And I think I kind of like that too in a way too. I'm more or less better at doing things rather than visualizing how to do those things. Like if somebody tells me something, I'm like, you better show me how to do it, because telling me all the time isn't going to be the case. Naruto's that same as that person. He has to do things in order to kind of get a grasp of those things. And I feel like, and they're just like that, and I feel like I relate to him in that way, But it's not about me, it's about Naruto Uzumaki. And it's just the overall scheme of it all. I really do like Naruto's character. And like I said, I am slightly biased towards it because I grew up with him. That's who I had. That's who I had. People had Dragon Ball, people had other anime, people had Yu Hulk show, people had a lot of shows back in the day. But most people would probably say back in those times they had Dragon Ball. When Naruto came out on Toonami or Cartoon Network back in 2006 or 2005, I can't remember again, that was my life. And to this day, I still love Naruto. But I also love, like I've said in other places, I love other things too. But that's all I really pretty much have to say about Naruto's character. He's not really sharp. He's a doer more than a visual person. He's a doer. He has to do those things. He's a bright, cheery person that somehow makes friendships from the most unlikeliest of people. And he just makes this connection. And I don't know how the Boruto stuff will handle Naruto now that he's Hokage. We gotta get out of the movie arc pretty much, and we'll see how it goes from there. But I'm looking forward to what the future holds for Naruto, and also his son. Maybe I might make a video about his son. That's an idea, but I'm looking forward to see what Naruto's up to and what probably has happened. Yeah, that's pretty much about it. This is Character Interpretations, signing off. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!